Hi.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm great. And you?
I'm fine too, and I'm good. So, are you ready for the continuation of our lesson for today, Khoi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let me share with you my screen now. Okay, so I hope you can see this one, Khoi. Can you see it?
I see.
Yeah, okay. So, we're going to continue discussing our lesson last time. It's all about we ended on table completion. Okay, and
Yes.
you were able to understand last time how to complete the table, right?
Yes.
Now
Wait,
this
wait.
time, yeah, sure.
Can you hear me clearly?
There's something that's wrong. Okay.
Oh, yes. It's rain heavily out
Yeah,
there. Then wait, hold on.
yeah. Oh, it's okay now. Okay, it's there again. Okay, that's okay. There you are again. Okay. It's already off. So I couldn't hear now. Okay. That's better. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue, Koi. Now, for the continuation of our table completion, so our instruction in here would be match the words and phrases in italics in this table with the words and phrases in italics in the passage. Now, complete the table. Choose one word from the passage for each sentence. Okay. So, these are the cities: Rio de Janeiro, Amsterdam, and New York City. Okay.
Okay.
So, in here, we can see the word italics like inhabitants. Okay. And then lifestyle. Right? This one is for the positive aspects. And for the negative aspects, match has reputation for. Then we have also have little, don't pay attention. Okay?
Yes.
So number of percent of help received, that would be Rio de Janeiro receives 93%. Okay, Amsterdam and New York City, Amsterdam 53%, New York is 44%. Okay? Now
Okay.
we have here another. Can you read this one, Koi? Exam advice table completion. So this is very important, okay? That you need to read very carefully the instruction before answering it. Okay, can you read this one, Koi?
Exam advice table conditions. Quickly look for words and phrases in the process, which mean the same as words and phrases in table. For example, not many, clearly,
Okay, it's few. Well known. That means
famous.
famous. Then read around those words carefully. Okay, and then aside from that,
We copy the words from the process into the table exactly. You can see then.
yes, okay. So that is how we are going to complete the table using the so-called table completion. Okay, let's start now.
Yes.
Okay, what about when we say, okay, number one, more lifestyle. So what do you think is the word or phrases? Again, match the words and phrases in italics in this table with the words and phrases in italics in the
Italics.
passage. Okay, so the passage, where the passage? Okay, it's here. We read that one while ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to read it again so that you can be able to answer that one?
Yes, sure.
Okay, now this we are doing this time would be the so-called scanning technique. Okay,
Yeah.
again, in scanning technique, we do not read everything, right? So we just need to scan which is needed. Like, for example, when we say lifestyle or inhabitants, lifestyle, so through scanning the passage in here, we can be able to identify the same meaning of that words that is written in italics. Okay? Okay. Can you start reading it now? Using the so-called scanning technique. Okay? Let me see if you can be able to know that.
Um.
Actually, the clue would be like this, Koi. Okay?
Okay.
Look at the words that was written in italics.
Parish.
Okay? So
Okay.
that would be the clue. So look at the words that was written in italics and match this one with the italics word also in here. Okay? Okay. Now, I have to ask you questions in here. What are the words that you have seen in here that was written in italics?
Italic.
Can you identify what are the words that have written in italics in here?
I see.
Okay, what are those? The first one.
Um. Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, which is often known for its cream.
Okay. Now, in scanning technique, Koi, we should have to understand first. Okay, look at the first sentence fastly. Okay. Okay, you should have to look at the first sentence. So what's the first sentence here? A team of social psychologists, right? Up to situation. So that would be the first sentence. Now, in the first sentence, have you seen in there a word that is written in italics? Yes or no?
Polish.
We don't have, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a words in here written in italics. What about sentence number two?
No, it doesn't.
We do have.
Yes.
What is that?
We don't have Italy's.
Actually, we have like,
What?
look at this one, have less. Okay, look at this one, Koi. The word have less is written in italic. Okay? Okay. Then, aside from that, in sentence number two, what else? Aside from have less.
Have less friendlier population.
Okay. Only populations.
Yes.
Okay, only populations because this one and this one, all of this are not written in italics. So only have less and
Less
populations. Okay,
population.
we have two words already that had found written in italics. Okay, sentence number three. What do you
Freedom
think?
is generous. No.
Known. Okay, known. That's the other one. Okay, and then have, right? Okay, what
Yes.
about in the next one? So we don't have in here. We don't have in here. We don't have in here. Okay.
To have
And
yes.
we have in here, right? Where is it?
Relaxed way
Way of
of life.
life. Very good. Okay. And then aside from that, do we have in here another?
Source of. To be source of.
Okay. While wait, okay, wait for a while was only a little, however, reaches some okay, inhabitants, and then
Source of time.
okay, okay. So we have here be
And
short of,
sure.
be short of. Okay, it says only be short of. Okay, so how many italic words in here?
And ignore also italics.
Yes. Okay, so we have how many italic words in here? We have one, two, okay, three, and four. Am I right?
Yes, right.
Okay. Now, that's the clue that we are going to look for. Boy, the that we should have to look at the instruction first. If the instruction would be, let us going to compare the passage, okay, and the table in here that was also written in italics. So therefore, you have to find for the italics first, and that is scanning. Okay, another important things that we should have to remember in scanning would be there would be a guide question, okay, and that's easy for you to do that compared to skimming. Okay, in scanning there would be questions that you need to answer, and it's easy for you to understand because no need to read all the passage. You just have to look for the most important questions, okay, that is asked, and then find for that. Okay, now in here all we have to understand would be phrase or phrases that was written in italics based on the passage. Okay, now we have four italics words in here, right? Okay, next. What about in here? Is this the same?
Yeah, of course, the
Ah,
same.
okay. Okay, so it's just the same. Okay, so no, why is it's double?
It's
Okay.
the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the same. So we have how many italic words? We have
For
four. Now, let's try
Alex.
to look at in here. Actually, we have five.
Oh,
So one, two, three, four, five. So let's find another one. Okay, so that's the time that you need to look
one,
for that again. Okay? Okay, number one is have less. The
less
second one is populations. Ah,
population.
often known, unknown. Okay,
I
that's
say
five
for
already. Okay, so have less populations,
the
known for,
source of
okay,
time, the source of
short
time,
of time,
and ignore.
and
Lastly,
ignored. So that completes the five now. Now, going back again to the question now, because you already done scanning, right? You
yes.
scan it already based on the thought of or based on the questions that asked. So again, after knowing what is asked, and then after scanning the passage, go back again to the question. Okay, what is the question again? Choose one word from the passage for each answer. That is what? Look at this one,
That is the
which
same
mean the same as words and in
phrase.
the phrases or in that particular passage. Okay, let's try to understand now inhabitants. Okay, now what is the clue? I hope you can see the clue in here, Koi.
Let's see.
Okay, meaning you have to look for this one to the city of Rio de
J.
Janeiro. That
And
means you can find these words, inhabitants, lifestyle, match, and blank. But we do not going to what? We do not going to look for inhabitants, right? It was given to us. Okay? So we have to find for the lifestyle. Okay. Can you look for it now?
relaxed style. Yes, more relaxed style.
More.
Relaxed way of live. Sure.
So what is now our the same, okay, which what do you think would be the same word as lifestyle?
Relax.
Where can we find it? In here, right? Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, which is often known for its crime, comes
Relax.
out of blah blah blah. Okay,
What
so
is?
When
Nice.
we say lifestyle, is it known?
No. No.
Okay. Okay. So that's the technique, Koy, huh? If you found that word, do not answer directly. You have to analyze that first. Okay? Do not go with the answer right away. You need to analyze that. Okay? Okay. So what do you think is the word that is fitted with when we say lifestyle?
Life story. Way of live.
Okay, the way of
Live.
life.
Nice.
Life. Okay. So the way of life means lifestyle. So what you're going to do is you have to supply more way of life. Okay. More way of life. And that is lifestyle. Okay. In here, we don't have on the positive aspects, but on the negative aspects, we do have.
For
People don't have so much lungs. So when we say so much, what does it mean?
shows first. Um, population.
Okay, so much.
Population.
Sorry. So you have to analyze, Koi. Same
Population.
words when you say much don't have so much because this
Yeah.
one is the italic word, so don't have so much.
Less. Less.
So
We have
what is that
less.
now?
Less.
Less. Okay, the
Oh,
correct answer is have less, right? Okay,
yes.
so have less. On, look at that one. If you are just going to understand only match, you cannot able to answer it correctly. But you should have to be careful analyzing everything. When we analyze and then we found that it's don't have so much, that's the time that we answered it correctly, right? Okay,
Yes.
so we should have to analyze it very carefully. Next, has reputation for.
Well known.
It
No. No.
Okay, known for. Okay? So, you have to put in here known for. Next, what about the people in Amsterdam and New York City have
Have
little, okay, have little,
source of. To be source of.
okay, to be short of. Okay, so meaning have little. So be short of. And
Yes.
then lastly,
I change
don't pay
ignore.
attention. That
Ignore.
means ignore. Okay. Now, look at this one now. Have you able to read all the passages in here? No. You just have to read
Scanning.
the questions and then you just have to use the scanning technique because all of this is not important. Why? Although it's important, but you are just going to look at for what is us, right? Yeah. So therefore, very careful understanding of the passage using the scanning is very, very important. And you can be able to do less time if you're going to use the scanning technique. Okay. But again, in scanning, there would be the so-called guide questions for you to scan that information. Okay? Okay,
Okay.
Koi? Okay. Now, so you already completed now your table. And again, this is called table completion. Do you have questions with this?
No question.
No question. Okay. So we're done already with reading one table completion. Now let's move on to another one. Okay. It's different now.
Oh.
Okay. So it's different now because this one is through essays.
Yes.
Okay? Question number one.
Are you surprised that people in the cities with less money are friendlier? Why? Why not?
Okay, look at this one now, Koi. Uh, in our reading one table completion, you are going to complete the table. Okay? But in here, it's also considered as table completion. Okay? But in a form of essay. You are going to answer the following questions now. Right? Okay, how to do the table? What do you think? How to do the table? It's very important to understand, Koi, because sometimes you are going to do the table by your own. It doesn't have a table in there. So
Oh,
how to do that?
oh.
Now you have to analyze the question very carefully.
We have to we have to go direct we have to go directly to the main topic.
Okay, look at this one. Question number one. Are you surprised that people in cities with less money are friendlier? Why or why not? Okay. In from that particular question alone, you are going to do a table. So you are going to do a table for why and you are going to do a table for why not. Okay. Then you have to write the question besides the table. The first column would be question, and then the second column would be the reason why. And then the third column would be the reason why not.
Yes.
And that's a table already, right? Okay, question number one. Are you surprised that people in cities with less money are friendlier? Okay, answer it. If it is why, answer it to the table why. And then if it is why not, answer it with the table why not.
Yes.
Did you understand? Okay, can we do this one, Koi?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, can you do it? Okay, I want to see how you are going to do that.
Okay,
Okay,
first in the
Can you
table
type
part,
can you type that one?
typing.
Yeah, can you type it on the chat box? Let
Okay.
me see. Then answer the question, okay? It's
Yeah.
very important to practice that one point, okay? Because in the original IELTS, you need to do that also.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No. 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 Not this. I want to.
So we are just only in question number one. And then question number two, we have to do that also. Now you have to analyze Koi. The question would be, are you surprised that people in cities with less money are friendlier? That means if you are going to compare, okay, to compare people living in the cities with a lot of money are not friendlier compared to those who has less money. Okay, and support your answer for that. You're doing now, as if you're doing the IELTS now.
I am to table one.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to teach you how to do the essay writing. Okay, it's very important for you to know the essay writing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Although I already given you techniques on how to do a very good essay, but of course we have to understand also that there are elements on how to write essay. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is the right time, Koi, for you to use the knowledge that we had learned in the past about the tenses of the verb. Okay, tenses of the verbs, the adjectives, the adverbs. Okay, so why do we need to study them in preparation for this particular lesson? Because in here in the IELTS, we need to do a lot of writings.
Okay. I have done.
Okay.
Just which one and I do why not?
Yeah. Okay, I have to copy this for a while. So for a while, I have to insert a table in here.
Why not? Um, hmm, why not?
Oh, so it's raining very hard in there in
I,
Vietnam. That's why
what can you say again?
it's raining. It's raining in your country.
No, it's just a small area.
Ah, okay. Okay. Why? Why not? Okay, for the moment, for a while.
Why not? I don't have any idea.
Okay. So you answered only why not, okay, why? Okay, for a while. So
Oh no, I have to remove. Oh no, I
what?
have to, I have to edit it. Is
Why?
is why not? Is why not?
This one is why not.
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Okay, it's now what?
Okay. Have you can you see it now? Can you see your work?
Yeah, I
Okay.
see. Why not? Yeah, can you edit
Yes.
it?
So this one is under the table for why not, right? So I
Yeah.
put in here. So I have to erase this for a while. So it's just only an answer.
Yes, I am typing answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you show me the question?
Okay.
Oh,
So you are answering question
one,
number
one.
1. Okay, still number 1. So you are answering why. Okay? The part of the why, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you were able to answer now why not. So that's the why.
suburbs, urban, and rural. I'm all finished.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
okay. Okay. I hope you can see the presentation, Koi. Can you see your work now?
And it's black. I can see anything.
Oh, you cannot. Okay, for a while.
Yeah, I
What
see.
about this? Okay, now look at this one. Are you surprised that people in cities with less money are friendlier? So you were able to answer two parts of the table, right? It's
Yes.
the first part would be the why, and the second part would be why not. Okay. Now look at this one now. We had now a table, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in answering sometimes questions like this, you can also do that the so-called table completion. That is why that is called table completion, because you are going to use a technique now. Okay? Or you can choose. Maybe you can choose what particular table you are going to choose, what style you are going to choose. So it depends upon on you. Okay? Now, in this particular question number one, Koi, what do you think would be the best table that we are going to do? Are we going to do like this, or do you have any or something in mind that is more um, what is this one? More unique rather than this one.
Yes, I still have idea, but I cannot describe in English.
You cannot
I cannot, what do we call?
express.
Yes,
You
describe
cannot
technique.
express. You can actually look at this one. Okay, but there are also some words that we need to develop, Koi. Okay, like this one. Remember our rules. If we are doing the negative negative statement, it follows
The question.
what verb we are going to follow if we are doing the negative statement. Is it in the past tense or is it on its base form?
On the base forms.
Yes. So therefore, look at this one. No, I don't surprise. So we need to take
Here.
the the D. We need to take the D, right? So it's just only I don't surprise. So without the D, right?
But
Okay.
I always see surprise have to go with D at the end of the word.
Uh-huh. But you put the D, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. But
Adjective.
going back to the rules. Okay, going back to the rules. If we are
Okay.
doing the negative statement, so
Not.
it follows what's the structure? Okay?
And not.
Don't or do not plus the base form of the verb. So the word surprise is a verb, right?
Not.
Okay. So therefore, we need to what? We need to use the base form, not the past tense of the verb,
That's
right?
not. Sure.
Okay.
Can you use fish for me? I have fish on the just for.
Uh-huh.
I am not. It must correct.
I am not.
Yes, I'm not.
What do you mean?
I means I use wrong tense. Surprise had to.
You use wrong tense?
Yes, surprise we have to go with because surprise here in adjective, so we must use it to be verb, not regular verb.
Okay. So what
Can
what d- what do you think would be the correct one?
I am not surprised.
So I am not surprised. Okay, let's try.
Sure.
So, okay. So you are going to change the don't.
Yes.
So if you are going to change the don't, why is it why is it you need to change the don't? It's also the same when you say I am not, right? It's
Yes.
also correct when you say I don't. Okay?
No.
It's also correct, Koy. Actually, I don't surprise. Okay? And it's also correct when you say I am not surprised. Okay? Because based on the rule again, I follows the and then
Not with adjective.
with the D now. Okay?
Yes. That's why I mean
Yes. Okay. If you are going to use that, but if you are going to use I don't, what do you mean? I am surprised or I am not surprised? What do you
I
mean by
I am not surprised.
I am not surprised? Okay, so with the D in it, right? But if you are going to use I don't, So it follows always the base form of the verb, right? Okay, so
Yes.
we have to change that. So you are going to take I am not surprised, and that would be correct. You have the D in it, right? Okay. What about okay. I am not surprised by this truth anymore owing to okay. Maybe we have to put the lesson. Okay, Koy? Okay, we have
Yes.
to put the lesson of life. That would be more correct. Okay? Because we need to emphasize lesson in here. So therefore we have to put the. So the lesson of life. And then people own less money tend to be friendlier because they don't be carried away. Okay. More. Okay. People who own. Okay? People who own less money tend to be friendlier because they don't be carried away by reputation and greed, Koy. Because greedy is used to describe person who is greedy. Okay? But the what is one? The behavior of being greedy is greed. So therefore, we have to use by the reputation and greed. Okay? In
Mm.
contrast, people with more money generally tend to look down, very good, on anybody without owning lots of money and don't even spare a glance who at who, okay? A glance at who they look down. Okay?
But
So
I can
this is
say
now this is now your the corrected one. I'm going to send it to you, huh?
I can
But I do appreciate what you did, huh? Why? Because there are no those are just minor corrections, Koy. And if we are going to do a lot of writings, you can be able to overcome that one. Take note of that.
yes.
Okay? We are just starting. We are just starting, Koy, with the formal IELTS. So maybe before we had to finish the IELTS, you're good. Okay? You can be able to take IELTS. And I guess you're ready for that. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's try to look at the other one.
I can see anything.
Yeah, okay. So I have to okay.
Yes, I have a question. Can you change the word circumstance into condition?
Okay,
I,
in the
the
white table.
the what yes what table the word circumstance at the end of the conversation
Okay, so I have to change it with
with condition.
condition. Without an S or we have an S?
We have as.
Okay, conditions. Okay. Okay. Um can you see that presentation or not?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Can you check arrogant?
Yes, it's elegant.
Arrogant. Or is it arroganting or arrogant?
Yes, we have removed and
Okay. So
arrogating.
arrogating. Okay. That's correct. Okay. Because we don't have words such as arroganting. Okay. Okay. This one is correct, Koi. In my life, I met somebody with less money doing nothing but arrogating because of their perspective. They seems to be noble in the eyes of the rural area. Entire people are quite friendlier, and be nice with others no matter what their condition. Okay? No matter what their conditions. Okay? So
Yeah,
that's correct, Koy. Okay, now, look at this one. Look at your work now. You can be able to what? To complete the table
condition.
using this question. We are just in question number one, right? Okay. Do you have any questions with this, Koy?
No question.
No question. Now, it's a good start, Koy. I could say that it's a good start. those are just minor corrections. And I know you will going to develop that one. Okay?
Thank you.
Sooner. Okay? Okay. Next, question number 2. What is the friendliest place you have ever visited? Okay. I want you to imagine a table. Okay, the best table. What do you think would be the best table that you can be able to do with this question? Are we going to do a table for this? What do you think?
I don't think so.
No, actually, okay. So we are not going to make a table anymore because we don't have
Why?
comparisons in here, right?
Yeah,
We
yes.
do not compare, not unlike with this one because we need to answer why and why not, right? Okay, but in here, you just have to answer this one directly, okay? And I do appreciate your answers, Koi, because you were able to answer it with complete sentence. So when we say complete sentence, you started it with a complete statement. Okay? Others, this one, okay? In reality, those who are taking IELTS without any formal lessons in the IELTS, they usually answered it directly without completing their sentence or sentences. Like, for example, the question would be, are you surprised that people in cities with less money are friendlier? And then they just answered it directly. Okay? They just answered it directly. What do you think would be the best answer for that? So you are going to start first. Like, when you answered the why not, you said, I no, I am not surprised that people in the cities with less money are friendlier. So you started your statement with that, following the question.
Question.
Because others don't, okay, don't know the idea of that. They just answered it directly. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Question number 2. If you are being asked what is the friendliest place you have ever visited, so what would be your answer?
I can am I speaking or typing?
Yes, Taipei.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Taipei Taipei is part of Taipei. I went to Taipei. Taipei no, in huh?
Really?
Taiwan, right? Taipei is in Taiwan, right?
Taiwan is a country.
Yeah, Taiwan is a country and
No,
Taipei is a city in Taiwan, right?
no, no, no. I mean, am I speaking or typing, not Taiwan?
Typing. No, no. We just have to do this one. What is that? Orally, okay? Not typing anymore, okay? So that we can be able to move on, okay? So we just did number 1, and number 2 would be orally. You just have to answer me orally, okay?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if you can be able to answer me. This time, it's all about speaking now, right? While
Yes.
ago, you write. So you use your skills in writing. Now, this time, speaking. Okay? Because IELTS has speaking. So I want you to tell me the answer through speaking. Okay, go, Khoi.
Go, go, go. What's the friendliest place you have ever visited?
Visited.
Hmm. The friendliest place I have ever visited. I don't know because every regions I have visited in my life have
Oh.
have got the best and good person, good people.
Mm-hmm.
And in the event in the city I have ever visited, they are still really, really friendliest person in that city, no matter what my conditions.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if they're rich or not, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they're friendly. Okay, so in this particular question, if you haven't ever visited any country or any place in your entire life, so you just have to talk about in your particular city. Okay, so you are going to say the friendliest place I have ever visited is our own city. And then mention the name of your city. Okay. And then after that, you have to say, because our city, people living in our city are or where. Okay. Because it's already done. So it's where friendly. Okay, and then
Yes.
blah blah blah. You can also include what is one objects of objects for that. Okay,
Yes.
okay, you can also include maybe um we are talking of friendly. Yes, that means it's positive statement. So we do not include negative statements in here, right? Because we are talking of positive statements, which is friendly. Yes. So do not include anymore the negative statements, those who are unfriendly one. Because in this question, we are just talking about the friendliest place. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Next, number three. How friendly are people in your town or city to visitors?
Hmm. I've, as far as I know, among people in my town or my cities are nice as be nice to all the visitors in the world, no matter what they come from or what their hmm, um, what's their country they are come from.
Mm,
Um, my towns, my inhabitants in my town and city treat them equally.
equally. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So they're very friendly anyway, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, and they're very welcome or welcoming. Okay, they welcome visitors in your country with of course with the so-called warm, okay, warm welcome. Okay, okay, so yeah, it's a nice country. Okay, so thank you so much for answering this questions, Koi. Okay, number one, you were able to present a table. Number two, you were able to answer this one orally, which is part of the talking. Okay?
I really
Okay. So, do you have questions with this?
no question.
No question at all. Now, let's try to answer the following questions now. Look at this one, Koi. Form of completion. So when you say form of completion, what does it mean? So we are going to study that one on the on other slides now. Okay. Okay. Can you read this one, Koi?
In the IELTS test, you are often asked to complete part of a form by writing the numbers or name which spell for you. Listen to a speaker and decide if its name or number is written correctly or incorrectly.
Yes. Now you should have to remember that in taking the IELTS test, you need to accomplish form. Okay. And you are required to write number or a name which is spelled for you. So that means they are just going to what? To dictate words or names, and you need to spell that one.
Oh,
Okay? So there are also part of that or form of that test. Like for example, They are just going to mention Romney. So you need to write it down, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have any idea of this one, so how are you going to
Listen.
spell that correctly, right? Okay. So therefore, it's very important that you need to do a lot of readings. Okay, you need to do a lot of readings. Now look at this one. Listen to eight speakers and decide if its name or number is written correctly or incorrectly. Okay. Next meeting, we're going to listen because, okay, we need to listen to the audio next meeting call. Okay. But number one has been given to us. That means this one is
Has been done.
written correctly because this one had been checked.
Check.
Okay. Okay. So I think it's already time for us to say goodbye now. So we have to see you again. I hope you learned something from me today, Koi.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay. And we'll see you again next meeting. Okay.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Okay. So bye for now, Koi. Bye. Have a nice day.
Yes. Good night. Happy night day too.